I chose to do my crisis plan for a coffee shop that I'm working at this summer, and they don't currently have a crisis plan, so I kind of had to start at at the beginning. And what I basically did was try to cover all the bases that they might run into problems with. So, someone getting food poisoning from the breakfast that we serve, or someone being burnt by the coffee that we serve. I think those are probably the two largest crises that the coffee shop that I work for would run into. And what I kind of did when I went through my paper is just focused on those as the largest, and then expected everything else to be less than that. I'm planning on working with the owner who has been like really helpful with this whole situation, kind of go over this plan and make sure that it covers all of the bases. And when I was talking with her, she said that she believed that there were no other crises that have come up that she would think needed to be included in this plan. So starting with rehearsal dates, I said that every 6 months or every time that a new employee was hired, that they should go through the training program, and then every 6 months every already employed person should probably go back through the program just to keep all of the skills high. And so the key publics that I focused on are functional, and those are providing labor and resources to the company. So that's like the employees or the suppliers. And then I also talked about diffused key publics, or those that are only there in time of crisis. So the spokesperson, Miss Booth, who is the manager of the coffee shop, kind of has a lawyer in mind that she would use in case of a crisis. She didn't give me the name of that person, but she told me that she did have a plan for that. And then I listed the Sunset Beach Department of Fire and Police down for on my emergency contacts, and all the contacts that would need to be there in case of an emergency. And in the case of a crisis, the supplies and equipment that our coffee shop would need would be water, canned food, a first aid kit, an emergency contact list, a flashlight, and a battery-powered radio. I think this kind of covers all the bases of everything that the company would need to make sure that they have adequate supplies to take care of any crisis that would happen in the coffee shop. And then for everything else, I just kind of made sure to include local as well as outside news sources that could be covering this, because in the time of crisis you need to monitor who's talking about your company, and like making sure that you're being able to get out there and address the situation as well as you can. So yeah, I think that Miss Booth is actually going to take this and put it into her management, or use some kind of modified version of this. So that's kind of cool, and I'm glad that I got to start kind of from zero and do this kind of how I think that it should be done. And I think it's kind of awesome that she's trusted me enough to take this crisis plan and go ahead and put it into her business.